Hi there, welcome to this week's Pick a Card reading, which is angel numbers. What are the angels trying to tell you right now? So you might be seeing some synchronicities of seeing 111, 222, 333, 444, 555, 777, and 888. Those are the numbers that we will be covering, and they each have their own specific messages, but sometimes they'll have like a unique message for you at the time that you are seeing them. So this is a timeless reading, so whenever you should fall upon this reading, it will be perfect for you. I am Seqkat from Seqkat'sEnlightenment.com, and I am glad and thankful to have you here with me. So you can go ahead and look at the cards briefly here, but I can tell you it'll be really easy to pick them, because with the first card, that will be covering the numbers 111, 222, and 333. And the second card will be covering the numbers 444 and 555. And the third card will be covering 777 and 888. And you can either scroll down and find the chapters named accordingly below, or you can go down to the description box and you will find the timestamps that matches the synchronistic numbers that you keep seeing being repeated over and over. Okay, I will meet you at your spirit cat. Okay, it seems Lily has joined us for your reading. Okay, welcome if you chose spirit cat number 1, which is synchronistic with the numbers if you've been seeing the numbers 111, 222, or 333. Now, you did get 2 cards. And I didn't mention in the beginning, if you are seeing the other numbers too, help yourself to watching those cards. All right, so our first card, now keep in mind, this is a general reading, and I have this tuned to many of you and your unique relative realities and what these messages mean for you seeing these cards at this time. I do offer personal readings if you need one of those, and you'll find the links to those in the description box below. Okay, so your first card is Paradox. Meet Stardust. So tune in. Both of these cards might be aligned to your particular story, or it might be one or the other. Meet Stardust. He is the convergence of opposites. He is the dark and the light. He is the magician that turns everything on its head, pawing at the paradox. He travels the galaxies with his best friends, free will and destiny. No one knows where one begins and the other ends. He sees the good and the evil and the evil and the good. Within every blessing there is a tragedy, and within every tragedy there is a blessing. We think we know what is what, but Stardust throws everything into question. Let the paradox open up in our thinking and our perspective. That's Paradox. Okay, and then Connection. That's your next one. The spirit cats remind us that we are not alone. We are a web of connections. Our attitudes, actions, and energy ripple outward and touch people in ways seen and unseen. No single action stands alone. Each action, idea, and feeling is born out of countless influences and in turn has its own unique effect. We see this most clearly and dramatically in our innermost circle. But this also extends outward to humanity, the earth, and the universe. Our consciousness dances together, challenging, uplifting, teaching, learning, questioning, reassuring, inspiring, and loving. Okay, so I'm going to pull a few cards for your theme cards to kind of expand on them just a little, and then I'll pull up a whole row of tarot, and then I will clarify. So for your first card, Black and White and Paradox, to me, that one represents planet Earth. We have the law of opposites, polarities. We deal a lot with that with planet Earth. We must keep in mind the one thing, if there is happiness, there is sadness. So you have your opposites here. You have the two sides of the coins, like they said, the tragedies and the blessings. The one thing does not have the opposite is love and true joy and true peace, because that is the essence of source, which is the essence of the consciousness as to why you're here. It is your true essence. You were created by consciousness. Consciousness is experiencing itself through you, so that is your true essence. So never falter there. Those are your true essences. And when you can get to your true essence, you're in a good place. It will never be opposed. So So that is really good. So taking those polarities and working with those paradoxes, we are interconnected with all, because we are all one. All right, so let's see if we can pull up a few little tarot for your reading. I'm reminded, and this keeps coming to my mind, from my own experience as well as my son's. When we were going through, me and my son, a few years back, or several years back, I should say, we went through the dark night of the soul together, and it was a hard time. And we were working on healing, and we got to the point where we were working on healing that we got fearful of wanting to draw in things that would give us happiness, because we were learning that whatever gave happiness, there wasn't a permanence. There is like a law of impermanence. Plus, with the ego, it's hard to say one's permanence. Believe me, I know my ego loves permanence. And things were cyclic, and we were scared to feel the pain of loss again. So always keep in mind, with love, peace, and joy, there will be no loss of that. So aim for that which is permanent, and let the other stuff cycle through, and enjoy those moments as they arise. Enjoy Christmas when it arrives, but the New Year too, the winter season, the spring, the summer, the fall. You see what I'm saying? The cyclic. But what is permanent is the seasons themselves. The love, the essence, the consciousness that's created it all. Okay. All right. So let's see what we got going for some of you. We got several cards here. There's many of you here, and you're seeing these synchronistic numbers, and we got 3 sets of numbers here going on. All right, so some of us are doing very well in the lovers department or a partnership. I really like to see this as a lovers, but it could be a partnership of some type. Could be a business partnership, but we're doing really well with that. That's good to see. Keep going for that. That might be showing up the interconnectedness here. Some of us are, and also we're teaming well together and working very well. You could be doing this with your partner, teaming up with their personalities. They're getting along very well, and that's doing good. And this could possibly be a karmic relationship. And there are things that you were resolving from a past with karma, and you've come together with it, and you might be to the place where you are bringing the karma to a good place. So you'll have to see if that connects with you or not. Those are positive. Some of us are not going for that which is ideal for us. We are going with our egoic survival tendency, so watch that. You want to flip this one around. You always want to go for that which is ideal for you. And some of us are not spending times with loved ones, and it could be causing an issue in relationship or relationships. So it could be loved ones, friends, it could be work, whatever you should know, figure that out. And some of us are gifted here with their own spiritual things here, so tune in to see how that is. And this one is about reminding you, with these 2 cards blended together, we are all one. So some of you might be on that path of exploring and operating from the space of oneness. So you very well may be doing that. So you're just going to tune in to see how this fits you. Okay, so let's pull up a unit tarot. Someone next door is giving up a very loud car, so I apologize if you're hearing that. Alright, I'm going to pull up your entire row, and then I will start reading the cards for you. Let me see if we can get you one more, at least. Oh no, not that many. Okay, I have a deal with Spirit. When they throw me a ton of cards like that, I will do 3. That's too many. Don't want to be here all night. I have 2 more readings to do. Okay. All right. So this was going to go back to these personalities getting along. Some of us are in our vibe tribe, and that is great. I really apologize for this card. It's super loud. It very may be really loud for you. I really long know when I'm editing. I do apologize. Okay, they're gone. My apologies. So this is going back to our vibe tribe. So that's personalities that get along really well. That is looking really good. And could also fit for your partner, that they are a part of your vibe tribe because they're vibing in alignment with you. So that's awesome. That is looking really good. So the rest of you, these cards look a little painful here. Okay. All right, so some of us need to go within. We're being called to go within, and we want to meditate and connect with our guides and angels and stuff. And some of you are doing that, and that is great to always do that. But make sure you're not over-isolating, because that over-isolating, we are social creatures. We are one. Remember this with your theme cards. We are one. And I know you could have gone through, some of you might be dealing with karmic relationships, and they might not be that pleasant as well. Karmic relationships can be nasty. So, because you're trying to resolve what you didn't learn before. And you might have developed karma in this life, and you try to resolve what you need to resolve this lifetime. So don't over-isolate. And this might be where it's coming in, where this one's in reverse about not spending time with others. We are social creatures. We thrive, and we do our best as a social creatures. Even those of us that are introverts, I understand. I fully understand. I am very, very introverted myself. But we are social creatures, and we thrive getting some socialness. So be careful of that. Now, some of us may feel like we have fallen off our throne. Things are not going successful for us. Maybe that's why we are not going for that which is ideal for us. We're going into survival. Maybe it's because we are struggling with a karmic relationship here. Something's going on here. So the impression I'm getting this one is you've got to go with the flow of life. And so when you're seeing those repeated numbers, I think that's going to be a call to remind you to go with the flow. Stop resisting and pushing against what is, because that's going to perpetuate that which you dislike. Breathe in and let spirit take over. Allow what is, let spirit take over. So you're going to want to work with that ego to get it to calm down, because it's the ego's resistance that impedes us. What causes us to flow is when we're following our heart, and we're following what source puts in us as natural, easy affinities that come to us and desires. That is flow. And anytime you start going into resistance, that starts causing impediments, and challenges turn into problems, and things are bigger. So that's what I'm really getting for this one. But when you see those numbers, remember to breathe in and relax and allow. Don't resist. If you need help with resistance, because boy, resistance was a big one for my ego, I really recommend the book The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, I think is how you say his last name. Really good book for that one. Okay, so some of us, we're not being who we are right now. We're a little bit out of sorts. We're out of sorts with ourselves, going on with that. So these paradoxes might be throwing you for a little bit of a loop. Remember, things are not black and white. Keep that in mind. Things are paradoxical. Things can be good for you that could be bad for you, and things that could be bad for you that could be good for you. Just like the tragedies or lessons, like this card suggested, keep that in mind. Things are not black and white. So you gotta get yourself back in the sort. And that's gonna go back to stopping that resistance. Oh, here too. Just caught this too, guys. This is the Earth King and the Earth Queen. So now when I see these two suits coming together, especially back to like this represents couplehood to me. And they're reversed. So you either might be in strife with a partner that you personally are in couplehood, or it could be somebody close to you, like your parents might be in a little bit of struggle with issues, really big issues. Could be working out some karma situations with that one. That's very understandable. Could also represent a breakup or a divorce for you or your parents or whomever you're close to. It could be your siblings, somebody that you're close to. It could be affecting you. So we might want to look at that, and that could definitely be coming into the karma. So you might be feeling out of sorts. You might be feeling you're falling off the throne. You're not attaining the success. We've got to come back to who we are. It could be that we're not spending enough quality time together, which is putting stress and strain on the relationship, and we need to work on that to bring it back together. Okay. Keep in mind too, if this is your situation, you are a matching vibration to this one coming out here that is upright. So you're a matching vibration to having this harmony. So don't let that paradoxical current disharmony make you think you can't have that harmony. Because sometimes this very disharmony that you're working out, which could be this karmic situation, could bring you into this. And this is where things get paradoxical. Okay, so some of us are not following our higher self. Let us say, I saw this one here. We're not going for that, which is ideal for you. We're listening to our ego. We're going into survival mode. And so we're not listening to our higher self because we're working with the ego. And if you're in this situation where we're listening to our ego instead of listening to our higher self, how we can resolve things, how we can be in a loving space. Remember, love is the true essence. So that one does not have the opposition. And most important, remember that love is the true essence. We are interconnected. That showed up in your theme card. Okay, so some of us, any attachments, and I apologize if you're crying in the background, my granddaughter is resisting going night-night. Okay, some of us, any resistance that we're having and struggling, where like our ego is not going for that which is ideal, that we're struggling to hold on to what the ego is wanting because of fears and changes in familiarity, take heart, your guides will come in and help you knock it out. If you can, and this is especially for those that you're not heeding your higher self, that is when those guys will come in and knock things out. You can start getting those little spiritual nudges that you should be doing something. When you ignore those spiritual nudges, that's when a big change comes in, because spirit will help you get back on your thriving path by knocking that which the ego is desperately holding on to. So if you turn this card around and start heeding your higher self, then that's when you can avoid the big shift, the big change that the ego doesn't like. So keep that in mind too when you see these numbers. Ask yourself, okay, what does my higher self want? Talk to your higher self. What are you wanting? What is your message? What are you guiding me to do? And listen. Listen with your heart. What feels like joy if you do something? That will be your guidance of what to do. And your ego might pep up with all this fear, and calm that fear down and really listen with the heart. Like, let's say you're stuck at a job that you really don't like. The ego's fear will pop up. If I let go of that job, oh my God, I won't have enough money. But your higher self might be calling you to do that career that you always wanted to do. So then you ask your higher self, okay, my ego's freaking out. I know you're calling me this career. When I think about doing that career, yes, that sounds wonderful. I would love to do that. Then ask your higher self for guidance. What are the baby steps that I can take that can assist me? And you're in the 1-1-1, 2-2, and the 3-3-3. 2-2 is about keeping the positive outlook in life, and 3-3-3 is about their ascended masters, and they are guiding you and assisting you, and they can help you, and you can ask them for assistance with that. Okay, so you might be looking at right now that which some type of failure that you might have experienced or you might be experiencing right now, and kind of something where others are knowing about it. It's somewhat public. It could be public with your family. If it's at work, it could be public with the work. It could be public with your friends. Something that's public, and that could be something that you're being called to go for something that's ideal for you, and you could be going back to survival and you're like, well, I tried that before. That didn't work out too right. That doesn't look good. You can turn this victory around too, just by listening and heeding that higher self. Make sure you do that. And the good news is the Sun card is shining, and that means no matter what, everything is working out your highest good and alignment. So no matter how messy things are right now, paradoxal, right? Things look bad. Tragedies into blessings. Things are actually working out your highest good and alignment. And deep down inside somewhere, you know this because this card is upright. So be careful with the journey that you want to embark upon. Make sure it is one of your desires, because some of you are entertaining not listening to your higher self and going down your egoic desires, which doesn't bring you a successful journey with this. And we want to go with success here. So really tune into your higher self. What is, flip this one up, really ideal for you? You want to really be listening to that heart. And some of us might be in a toxic situation, and perhaps it is this couplehood that are maybe having issues, and you want to walk away from the toxicity of it all. You might have to walk away from the people, or you might have to resolve the situation and walk away from the issue at hand, resolving it and getting it done. And then again, this could be going back to a karmic resolution that you're trying to do here. You're definitely doing this. And I really am getting the message over and over again. We've got the Lovers card here upright, and this couple having issues. We have our vibe tribe and personalities getting along. But we have this card where we're not spending quality time with our loved ones. This impression has come to me a couple times, so I'm going to have to say it. This, for some of you, is the same couple. And this, for some of you, is the same couple. And this, for some of you, is the same couple. but this is some of the problem. You're not spending the quality time. We're looking at issues, and we need to really resolve those issues, and you're resolving karma. So some of you are matching variations. So if it's looking negative for you, don't lose hope. I think there's some resolution here because that impression really keeps coming to me with all these other positive cards. And for some of you, it could just be difference. Some of you are here, and then some of you are here. So it could be two different cards. So you're going to tune into your situation and feel what's right with you, right for you. Okay, so let's now clarify. I know that one. We will clarify for you. And again, I'll pull up the entire row, and then I'll start reading your cards. I would like to take this opportunity to give a shout out to my subscribers. Thank you so much, and I love you, and welcome to all my new subscribers. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad to have you here with me. There we go. And I would like to say thank you so much for your comments and your subscribes. I really do love your comments. I love to see how the readings resonate with you. I really do appreciate that because I'm over here reading in the dark. So I love to see how they correlate and relate to you because I have this tuned to so many of you. So that's enjoyable for me. I appreciate that. And your likes and your comments and your subscribes and bell notifications, they all really do help me out here in YouTube land. So I really appreciate that because that helps me grow and expand my channel. So thank you so much for helping me to grow where I can reach and help more. I appreciate that. So we need to do one more for that last card. There we go. Perfect. All right. All right, so clarifying. Okay, so yeah, that just, yeah, perfect. Okay, so clarifying that vibe tribe. They are our vibe tribe, but what's clarifying it is that Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which we had over here, which is having the issues with the King of Pentacles. I told you I got that impression. But this King of Pentacles for some of you is your vibe tribe. They are right for you. They are aligned with you. It's just you got an issue that you got to deal with. That was perfect. I told you that impression kept coming through, so I had to say it. So yes. So for some of you that are over isolating, you want to not over isolate. You want to come and bring yourself back into some balance by coming out a little bit. You want to put that in balance. It's good to go within and connect with your higher self, guys, and what have you. Take some alone time, but it's good to come out too. It's good to spend some quality time too. That's really good, so keep that in mind. Also, I didn't catch with this one, and my apologies for it. This card represents Virgo, if that is by chance relative to you. I have to throw in those horoscopes when I see them, and I also didn't catch Gemini, and this one's Taurus. My apologies. My absolute apologies. And Libra. Okay, so maybe relative to you or someone with whom you're engaged in your situations. Okay, so now Earth King. There's something that the Earth King needs to let go. So like with what we... This is crazy. And the Earth Queen. Okay, so we got the Death card here on the Earth King, which is representing to let go of something. And we also have the Hanged Man on the Earth Queen, which means that you have to let go of something. For the most of you, I feel like it is that issue at hand because they are an aligned partner with you. So it's the issue that we need to let go of and we need to resolve. And we might be feeling quite a bit of grief with the Earth King, with what the situation's been going on, and we really need to let go of that. And for the Earth Queen, there's some type of perspective that we might need to be changing and need to let go. So we need to let go of that issue at hand. Now, for a few of you, very, very few of you, I think, perhaps this could be the partnership is just not going to work out, and you might have to let go of the partnership to be open to find what would be the right partnership with you. So being you've got this paradoxical card coming up, everything's a paradox, I really, really feel like more than anything, it's paradoxical. It looks like you're here, but you're really here. And you've got too many cards affirming that. So for the most part, this is workable. You just have to let go of issues. There's some issues you gotta work on. Okay, so now hitting your higher selves is going back to our aligned personalities. So there's something, and this could definitely be going back to this couple too, that we're not listening to our higher self because we really are aligned personalities. We just aren't hearing our higher self. I think we're just getting too much in our ego. And that is following the Earth King and the Earth Queen. So I really do feel like I misplaced those. I really do feel like that's going hand in hand with that. So we really need to flip this up. See that we really are aligned and get out of our ego and go back to that love. Go back to that love. Find that love. How can you love one another? How can you love yourself? Go back to that vibe tribe and commune in harmony. Remember, with these two cards coming out together, things are paradoxical, but these coming out together, because this was about connections, this reminds you, we are the essence of love, and we are one. So keep that in mind. It's very important. Okay, so we got the Tower card. So whatever the Tower card is, you guys might be coming in and knocking out this issue, especially with this couple too, which will really help you because that's what's going to bring you into balance. So I told you, the Tower card always looks scary, but it's actually working on your highest good, and it's going to bring you balance, and everything's going to work out. And I really do believe that, and I really think this couple has got it down. Y'all can resolve those issues. I really do. Okay, so some failures that we've been having, and some others are seeing it. Some of us are feeling abandoned. So here, this can be a suggestion, an invitation to abandon focusing on the failure. And that's what can flip this card and lead you to victory and celebration, and where others are relative to you. Others might have experienced some abandonment of a type where you have felt a failure, and instead of us having a celebration and victory with others, you felt abandoned and perhaps cold and alone. So that might be an issue that could be, it could be playing a role for this couple, or it could just be your individual message for your numbers. This is where your message is coming in. Because I told you, some of you are over-isolating, and over-isolating can definitely come out from abandonment. So you could be causing abandonment for your loved ones, and you might be losing the camaraderie of your loved ones because you're going and withdrawing in. So some of you, this is a total different thing compared opposite this couple. So do not mix this up. And then that could go back to not spending the time with the loved ones. And believe me, I know with abandonment, I've had abandonment things I had to really work on, really severe abandonment issues I had to really work on. I over-isolated too. That is ego survival. We're not going for that, which is ideal. So some of you have some work to do in that abandonment area. It's got to get some healing. For you guys, I really recommend coaching. That I really do. I had to get coaching for that. I really recommend that one if that is your battle. Okay, so we've got the Sun card coming out, and the card clarifying that one. We've got the 5 of Wands. So whatever fighting that is going on, whether you are withdrawing from others because you feel abandoned, and you might have felt like you weren't getting along, and you might have felt like a failure, and it caused harm to other people, and it caused some fighting. Whatever fighting going on, everything's working out your highest alignment good. And or this couple that are fighting, everything is working out your higher good. So don't let that get to you. Do not let that get to you. Let's find that love. See the paradox. Okay, we're fighting, but doesn't mean this is the end of the world. This doesn't mean we can't resolve this. We can. So we want to do that because everything's working out your highest alignment good. Remember that. For all of you, everybody watching this, no matter what your scenario is, you are all matching vibration to this card. Everything's working out your highest alignment good. So hold on to that. How do I know? Because you're at this week. Okay, so some of you might be starting that new journey in some naivety because we're not going for that, which is ideal for you. We need to change that around. We definitely need to change that around where we are doing that because, doing that. 8 of Pentacles. So what this is a life lesson that we're learning here. And see, this is going to go back to some karmic relationships too. So we're learning what to change around so that this fool's journey will be one of success. So that's a life lesson that we're learning here. And then any of you that are spiritually gifted, you might be learning this and going through this because you are trying to master this yourself, and then you can help others and teach them how to master this as well. So that could be going on for you. And then for those of you that it's a toxic situation that you either need to walk away from the situation issue, bring it to a resolution, or perchance toxic people. Some of you might be feeling trapped in the situation. With this card coming up with the Devil, this also represents Capricorn. Let me throw that in there while I got you. While I'm at it too. Scorpio, my bad. Yeah, got you on that one. Okay. So we need to leave the toxicity. We've got to let go because it is starting to make us feel trapped. So you might feel trapped with the people, or you might feel trapped in the situation, and that can even go for those of you feeling abandonment, because a lot of times when we feel abandonment, we feel like people are toxic, people are the biggest thing we're fear. So that might also be making you feel trapped too. So you might have to let go of the thoughts and the replaying of stories in your minds from the past as well, because that's the very culprit that's keeping you trapped. So one of the biggest things that our lovely little ego likes to do, rehash all the bad stuff over and over and over in our mind. And it does keep us trapped, and it has us experiencing and re-experiencing a negative moment as if it's happening now. So then it has a physical effect on us, it has a mental and emotional and spiritual effect on us, and keeps us down, and keeps us depressed, and keeps us lower, and keeps us anxious, and keeps us worried, and keeps us stressed. We've got to stop replaying the story, and we've got to move forward. So I kind of like to look at that scenario as like, when you're reading a book, the book has, you got the adventure, you're starting out, learning the characters and all, what have you, and then they come into their conflict, their situation that they have to resolve, and then you come to a climax and it comes to an end. If we keep reading that conflict chapter over and over and over again and don't move forward to the next chapter, the book seems horrible. Like, oh my gosh, this book is just horrible. You just keep reading the chapter over and over. That's what we do in real life. Read the next chapter. Move forward so you can get to a climax and get to the good ending. That's what you want to do. Okay? All right, so let's wrap you up now with an Angels and Ancestral Oracle. Ooh, okay. Now let's see how many we got. Okay, we got the Water Guardian. Connect with your emotions. Now this is very, very important as you're going through struggles and issues. If you're the ones going through the abandonment issues, I'm going with that one first here. Very important you broke these emotions. Extremely important that you broke those emotions. The emotions will definitely impede you. In any toxic situation that you might have felt like you have with those people, you've definitely got to work those emotions. If you are this couple that are dealing with these issues and situations, you've got to work with your emotions too. The emotions really play a big role in fueling and feeding the conflict. Let's definitely resolve those emotions. They're very, very important. Let's not neglect that. Feeling emotions sometimes are scary, and we don't want to feel that pain, and we don't want to feel that overwhelm. But we've got to clear that out in order to move forward to get out of the overwhelm. Okay. So we've got drum here, dream and journey. Dream and journey. That's gonna ask you to go within and meditate. That's going to ask you to connect with your higher self. Go into your spirituality here, and you want to go in and meditate and connect and find out what's going on and work with those emotions while you're there to find out what you need to heal to resolve things. And going with the meditating and quieting your mind, and quieting your mind from the past chatter of the life's experiences and your future worries and case scenarios, and come into that space of who you really are. Remember, I reminded you, this paradox thing in this interconnected card, who we really are, our true essence is love, and that is who we really are, and that is never opposed. That never changes. We may not sense it and know it and realize it as we're operating from the egoic mind. It can overwhelm us and overtake us, and we forget to see that. That's where going in and meditating and connecting with yourself reminds you, and you can come into that peace, because you are true love, you are true peace, and which can truly bring you into true joy. So that time is really being required of you now, of whatever your situation is that you're going through. Okay, and then we are followed by the autumn, and this is release the old and rest. And this one is in reverse, so we need a little some extra emphasis. We do, that's reiterating what I was saying, letting go of what has happened in the past. Ego loves to take the past and paint what's happened in the past will definitely happen in the future. No, it's not that. It's not that at all. It will happen again in the future if we keep our focus on it and keep perpetuating it. It will in that way do that. So we need to release that old. And remember I told you these two, the king and the queen here, they were clarified by the death and the hangman, and that was letting go of something, letting go of some grief that we're experiencing, letting go of a perspective that is locking us up. We've got to release the old. And the abandonment issues too, to bring in the balance, is releasing and having to walk away from those issues. We're definitely having to let go of that old stuff to come into the renewal. And the way this shows up with I love the angels and ancestors cover that. When you have a seasonal card show up at the end, that can indicate a time that we're going to see some blossoming of the seeds that we're sowing. And fortunately, at this particular time, now this is a timeless reading, so it depends on whenever you're reading, but at this particular time, autumn will be down the road. We're in August right now, 2021, at this time, but it may be different for you whenever you watch this, and it's perfect for you at your time. I think you'll start seeing some really good blossoming seeds of whatever you're working on in autumn. I got it upside down, it was reversed, but in autumn, I think you will see the results of that. Okay, guys, you got this. We're in a little bit of a mess right now, but that's okay. Glad you're doing positive work. You got this. It's going into a positive direction. Remember, more than anything and everything is working out in your highest good and alignment. Until next time, much love and much light. Okay, welcome. If you chose the second card for this week's Pick a Card reading, which represents the numbers that you might be seeing, which are 444 and 555. Now you did get two, actually all of them did, you did get two inspirational cards for the Spirit Cats. So I will be reading them both. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so I have this tuned to many of you and your unique relative stories and timeless, so it is relative to you whatever time you should fall upon it. And I did forget to mention in the beginning, so I will refer to you. If you are seeing all of the numbers, by all means go to all of the weeks. Okay, so your first card, you have Passion. Meet Ember. She is the light blazing inside our being. She is our fire and our drive, our fuel. She is our very life force, yearning and stretching in the direction of our love. Notice what makes Ember begin to glow and burn brighter. Perhaps it is talking openly with a friend, or cuddling with your love, or perhaps it's playing your guitar, or scaling a mountain, or writing your story. Look for that spark within and honor it. Stoke that fire with intention. Honor your passion with time and dedication. Feed the flame with devotion. Let passion unite your life with beauty, energy, and purpose. Very nice. I'm all about following your passions. And then we have Guardian. So meet Lavandril. I hope I'm saying this right. She stands Sentinel, a gentle yet protective force. She can help you guard your mind against negativity, defeatism, and delusion. She is a shield that allows the words and actions of people with compassionate intentions to reach the depths of your being. She keeps your true self safe as you journey into the depths seeking understanding and healing. She is a master space holder. Lavandril will hold your hand in her paw as you cry, as you dance wildly, as you merge with the all, as you dissolve and evolve. Very pretty card. Okay, so with the combinations of these two cards, I see that you're being invited and called to do your passion. But with her, you're going to protect yourself from negative thoughts that says, hey, you can't do your passion. And it could be your own beliefs from societal conditioning in which you've grown up and haven't yet to experience it yourself. Or it could even be others' beliefs coming upon you with the memories from childhood conditioning, or actually talking to you in your ears right now. You can't do that. You can't do what you want, what I like to call the negative Nancy's. We want to avoid those. Okay. So I'm going to pull you a few tarot on the theme card. Again, keep in mind this is a general reading. It's tuned to many of you and to that which is aligned for you. And I do offer personal readings, so if you do need or want one of those, you will find links to those in the description box below. Okay, let's see if we can get just a few more, maybe one or two more. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, wow, I had a few right there and I didn't know it. I could have stopped. But I think that's what they didn't tell me. Okay, was that it? I'm speaking, blah, 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 blah. So, the first one. Okay, so some of us are aligned personalities, and that is good. Going for a passion. Oh, and you have got universal support. I know what that was about. Universe saying, yes, 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 go for your passions. Most definitely are doing that. But yes, what we're doing, some of us, we are not creating our in manifesting our desires. We are manifesting the things we dislike, and that is because we definitely need to pull on this Lavandra, I think I'm doing that right, this guardian to protect us from those negative thoughts and the negative Nancy's, that we cannot do that because we're feeling trapped, and we're trapped to the point of aggression in the things that we do not like. We're feeling trapped in our contrast, and this is why Ember is being called in here to say, hey, go for your passions. Source came through you to experience the desires it placed in your heart. That is why you have the desires. That's why you have natural affinities. You have natural traits that are easy for you. That is the direction you're supposed to be going. And it's the negative Nancy's that keep us from going that. And those negative Nancy's are what keeps pulling us out of balance with that. And we definitely need to do that. So we definitely need to connect with that. We also have the Hermit card coming here in reverse as well. And then that is always good to go within and connect with your higher self and guides, and I do recommend that. Some of you might actually be resisting that. Most of the time when I see this in reverse, it kind of is indicative of maybe over isolating, but I think in this terms, I think we're resisting going within and meditating and connecting with our passion, and instead we're listening to the negative Nancy's, whether it's our own societal conditioning beliefs or others chewing in our ear, so to speak. Now let me cover a couple of little horoscope card here. We got this one represents, it is reversed. This represents Capricorn, if that's relative to you, whether that be you or with whomever you may be engaged in your situation. And the Hermit, of course, represents Virgo as well. So tune in to see how that fits you. So now let's pull you up an entire row of tarot and 3 more on this. Let's pull these 2 up there. Okay. Now we'll pull up the whole one and then start reading. Uh-oh, we might have a room right there. Yeah, I think we do. Okay, so do you want to say with 444, the big overscale of those angelic numbers? Oh yeah, y'all got a lot. 444, the angels are among you. They will assist you and help you. Just ask them for their help. They definitely want you to go into your passion and will definitely assist you in doing that. And they will also help guard you, guardian, protect you from those negative Nancy's and even your own negative thoughts. And then the 555 is about big changes coming. So as you go into your passions, you can shift out of being stuck and that which you dislike and feeling trapped. So that's cool. Okay, so yeah, we're being called to have some strength as we go into those changes. It's really difficult. Ego gets into familiarity and survival is number 1 to it, and avoiding as much pain as possible is number 2. But survival will always trump that. So it's hard to make those changes and go for something new because it doesn't know for sure it can survive that. So you're being called on to definitely have that strength and trust that the universe has got your back. You definitely have universal support. They are here saying, yes, go for this. Your angels are guiding you for 444. Remember that. Keep that in mind. So when you see that, remember that. When you see those numbers, remember, big changes that are guiding me and helping me assist those big changes and get out of the old rut that is keeping me trapped. So keep that in mind. This also represents Leo, if that is relative to you or maybe with anyone that you might be engaged in your situation. And then victory and success. So yeah, see, follow those passions. That's where it's going to take you to victory and success, and others around you celebrating your success. So that is good. So yeah, you're being called to a new journey, but you got a little bit of preparation to do. And some of that preparation to do is cleaning out, getting into guardian, cleaning out those beliefs, cleaning out those people around you that are going to derail you. So like if you are going for your passions and that's what direction you want to go, don't be telling the people in your life that you know are going to say, no, you can't do that. You don't want to waste your time with that. Yes, passion, desire, starting that new journey. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Success too, because this is the fire. That is about that. That's what it's all about. Good job for you. So that's what they're showing you. Go that direction. It is success. You're being called that. Now, but some of you are stuck. This is 2 of fire also. But you're stuck, especially with it in reverse. You're having a decision to make. And your decision really is right here. This one. Go for my passions, yes, or listen to those negative Nancy's. Those are your choices. And it's tough. Those egos, the only thing that's dropping you is your ego's fear. The only thing truly to fear here is fear. I know it's a cliche, but it's so true. That is your only impediment. Keep that in mind as you make this decision. Because we got ego knocking on the door really hard and loud, and spirit yelling at the other side too. Go this way, go this way. So you really got to work on that. So we've got the Queen of Cups here. When I see this coming in here, she's the most clairvoyant. She's going to listen to her intuition. She's going to follow that passion. No, she's not fire. She's going to listen to her heart. Because when it comes to you following your passion, that's about the heart too, as well as the water is about the heart too. You want to go in that direction. So tune into your own clairvoyance. Tune in and heed your own advice. You may also have a very loving, nurturing, caring mother figure, or that might be you. And maybe that is the direction you want to go. Follow it. Or maybe you have this type of character in your life, whether it be biological or not, that might can assist you and help you. Now we got some riffraff going, and that riffraff might be going with those negative Nancy's. Sure enough, that we were talking about here, that are holding you back, they're making you feel trapped, stuck, because you're stuck in limbo. You're wanting to go here, but they keep chewing in your ear, and it's holding you in limbo and keeping you stuck. You don't want to listen to those. Don't want to compete with them. Let them go. Yeah, and see, yep, many of you are not following your passion, and that is the issue. The Queen of Fire is coming here in reverse, and that is what's holding you up. It is time, my dear friends. It is time. Let's follow those passions. The universe has got your back. They're totally supporting you. You have got alignment. There are people that you're alignment that can help you, but also the angels. This one, like, I don't usually hear this one, the angels, but this is your 444 coming in. Your angels are aligned with you, and they're helping you. They want you to go for that which is in alignment with you. They're definitely doing that. We got some healing we got to do. Some of you are very gifted. This is coming in. You need to heed that intuition that's going back on here. Listen to the intuition. Some of you are gifted, and you might be looking at going in a direction that expresses your gifts, expands your gifts, develops your gifts better, greater, utilizes your gifts. You might be looking at that. Go for it. Go for it. The universe is completely supporting you on that. Don't let anybody hold you back on that. So you want to tune into that. Any healing you need to do, amethyst crystals are really great for that and useful. Some of you are using the memories of the past to hold you back. And that could really go back from that societal conditioning that you got while you were a child. Don't let those memories hold you back. Any failures that you've had in the past, do not let those hold you back either. Do not do that. Some of you are definitely coming to the new journey, but best of all, a spiritual breakthrough, like I said, and clarity. Yes, the clarity is I gotta stop doing this survival stuff that's not working and get into what my heart's desire. Because believe me, you always have universal support that, because that's what Source wants to do. So Source is definitely going to help you. Source wants to experience through you the desires it planted through you. So he's definitely going to support you that. And you are being called to go within and tune into your higher self. Tune into your angels. So every time you see that 444, tune in, angel. Okay, angels, help me. Thank you for helping me. When you ask them for that help, it is easier for them to cross your free will and help you and assist you. So that is really awesome. So definitely do not hesitate to ask them for their help. They're here to help you. And the 555 represents the positive changes that can come in, that can enhance your life and make it better. So now let's clarify for you really quick. And again, I'm going to pull up the entire row. And then start reading the cards. As I shuffle, I would love to take this opportunity and give a shout out to my subscribers and my new subscribers. Thank you. I love you so much. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad to have you here with me. And I'd love to say thank you for your subscribes and your comments, your bell notifications. All of that helps me in the algorithm in the YouTube world to help me grow my channel. And I really appreciate that because that helps me expand and help others. So thank you for helping me help others. And most of all, I would really like to put some stress on those comments. I love your comments. I love to see how the readings correlate with you, because I'm always over here reading in the dark for many of you. So I love to see how they are relative and how they do. Those are always exciting. So thank you for those. I almost wasn't in the back right. There we go. That's enough. Yeah, more than enough. Okay. So yeah, let's see. We're having to have strength. 6 of Cups. That's going back. Yeah, we're having strength for those memories. That we're having to have strength. We're having to push against those memories. That societal condition that we had as a child that you can't do what you want. Or even watching perhaps the people with whom you grew up. Maybe they had to just do things that were for survival and couldn't follow the things that they loved to do. So maybe somebody got a job, you know, that they didn't like to do, and maybe they were like a musician, would have been a great musician, they had great musical skills, it was easy for them, but you saw that they never did follow their dream and they couldn't. So that becomes a conditioning. Even if they never spoke a negative word, that just they didn't feel confident enough that they could do it, that type of conditioning, you've got to let go and have your strength to push against that type, that's a conditioning, a mindset, a belief that you have developed in watching and witnessing it. That's one of the things where you need a guardian to guard you against that. So that's what's coming in for that one. And then we are, by following your passions, you're definitely being assured success, victory and success. definitely going that. And yes, 8 of Cups, that is heeding your spiritual call, because your spiritual call always is to follow your heart, follow your joy, and go do that which you were called to do. So whatever it is, if it's painting because you're an artist, if it's writing a book, if it's teaching because you're a natural teacher and you love students and you love kids, whatever it is, if you're a spiritualist person and you want to heal, or you want to be a psychic, or you want to be a reader, whatever it is that you want to do, go for it. If you want to be a teacher, a doctor, whatever it is, just go for it. And you're definitely making sure that that's all successful. Yes. That's exciting. Okay, so yes, we got a little preparation to do. We're trying to bring this into your material world, what you're wanting to do. And you're being sure that you got a little prep to do for that. And some of that prep is working with that guardian, heeding your passions, but working with that guardian to work against those beliefs and negative Nancy's that are holding you back, whether it's your own chatter in your own ears from your beliefs or not. And you got the Knave of Pentacles. So yes, the Knave of Pentacles, again, that's societal conditioning. That one definitely represents you do not feel supported to go out and explore and do that which is new. Comes from whatever you gathered in your childhood. It comes from that, where you didn't feel supported where you could do that. Whether it was just witnessing others could not do it, or whether it's words that came in, just smallest little words could say that. So follow your passionate desires. Do not worry, because this is a path for you that you're being called for and one for success. The tarot card coming in here, this tells me your guides will come in and knock anything out of the way that is impeding your ego, because it's holding on and clinging to survival. So it will knock it out for you. It will help you to assist you do that. It's a little less painful if you just go ahead and start leaning in and taking those baby steps. But some of you are also feeling very trapped to the point of aggression. So if anybody's like holding you down in any way, this is where your power comes in. Your guides will knock it out for you. They don't hold that grip on you. They don't hold that hold on you, and you are free. So know that. Look at that tarot card. It has freedom. The big changes, the 555. The big changes coming in. But those big changes will be positive for you, because it is clarifying new journey for you, passions, desires. This is good. This is very good. Okay, this is the Ace. This is the Ace of Fire, which leads all the way to the King of Fire, the Queen of Fire, experiencing your passionate desires, and the King of Fire, being successful at it. Yes. Okay, so Two of Fire. We're really struggling with this decision here. We were making a decision. The decision you're being called on, the Wheel of Fortune here. Your destiny calling. Your destiny calling is, okay, we got Fate Line. You're on your Fate Line destiny when you are heeding your call, heeding your desires, and you have free will. So we have a destiny and we have free will. How does that work? It's kind of paradoxical, right? But it works this way. You free your destiny call is what Source put in you, the desires, the call. Go this way, this is what I want to experience through you. Your free will is you don't have to do it. So what's it look like when you do heed the call? Everything's flowing, things are easy, all the resources are showing up with you, all the people are showing up for you, they're lining up, everything looks good. There may be challenges. Planet Earth is full of challenges. It's like a video game. We came here for the challenge. But what's it look like when you exercise your free will to go against your destiny? It looks very problematic. Things are very impeded. You really are challenged with people and situations not working and not having enough resources. That's what it looks like. Go for your destiny. That would be my advice. Whichever you want. It's your choice. Okay, so we got the Queen of Cups here. And what is, the Knight of Cups. Okay, so the Queen of Cups. Heed your intuition. Somebody might be trying to play you, and that could simply be, because you're having to be guarded against, simply be some negative Nancy's. But for some of you, be wary. Some of you might go, ooh, so you might come into somebody here that sees what you want. And this might be what you have to guard against. Oh yeah, I can give you anything and everything you want. They're playing you. So heed your intuition and listen to that, and make sure, tune into your higher self, this particular person playing you. So you don't want to be played by somebody that can do something for you. An offer. This is an offer. Do not let this derail you that you cannot do what you want to do. You can do what you want to do. And you've got the universe completely supporting you, and the angels supporting you, the 444 and the 555, the angels supporting your big changes. But watch, for some of you, a particular person that might make an offer that is not true of the heart. They are playing you. Be guarded against that. Ask your angels to let you know for sure, and be tuned into your intuition. If a particular person is making a particular offer that might seem really too good to be true, watch the person. Go for what you want. You're a manifester, but you might have to create that for yourself and not just lean on one person to do that. So be wary of that. Okay, so we've got some fighting and competition that we're following. Okay, yep, and we got the Justice card. All right, now the way that's coming in, that followed the Queen. So we need to hear intuition. Some competition might be coming. And this person that clarified the Queen is not coming to the heart because they might be competition. So they're tricking you and playing you. Justice is coming for them. Justice is coming for them. Whether or not you fall for it or not, let me tell you, the universe supports somebody that is pure of heart. They move towards something just from the purity of the heart. Somebody trying to outdo you and they're not operating to the purity of heart, do not worry. They're going to lose. It always happens. They're going to lose. So do not worry about that. Give them to the angels. Give them to the angels. Okay, so we're not listening to our passions and desires. So here we have got the Knight of Swords. So yeah, you need to be doing exactly that. This one is about going for that, reaching for it and charging forward for it. You've got the power, you've got the might, you got it behind you. So you definitely want to flip this behind. You definitely want to see what you want and go for it and reach for it and strive for it and you got it. And write it down. Use the law of attraction. Put it into action for you. Write it down. Whatever your desires are that you're experiencing right now, script it out. Write it out. Write it out as a movie. Write it out as a little chapter. Oh, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying that. Oh, I love it that my life has this in it now. Write it out and then read it every day. You'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. You'll change your life doing that. You're absolutely amazed. Okay, so we've got the, all right, now, for some of you, with the High Priestess coming in here, you are gifted. You are healers, natural healers. You're intuitive. You've got spiritual gifts. And this is also about healing. And this is all about listening to your intuition. Your clarification card, Four of Wands. Yes, some of you do not have family support for what you're going through. So some of those people are being your negative Nancy's. I told you, I saw a lot of this, your societal conditioning when you were young. So do not let them impede you. Heal yourselves from their lack of support. You don't need them not supporting you. That's not important. So stay on your path. Stay in the strength and the gifts that you have and the gifts that you are. So do not let that hesitate you. Okay, and so, yep, going back to those memories, see that followed right behind that too. Definitely going by that. Do not let that, the Queen of Pentacles. So don't listen to those memories unless that societal conditions pulls you out of being who you really are. The Queen of Pentacles, when she's upright, she's got her business together. She has got it all together. She's got her business, she's got her children, she's got it all together. She's doing her thing. She is out of sorts when she's reversed. She's not being herself. So listening to that conditioning of others and listening to what others are telling you that you can and cannot do is not being yourself. You need to listen to your heart. So first, put all these desires in, you listen to who you are, what's right for you. Be who you are. Listen to yourself. And that's when you write her up and you'll have it all together. You'll definitely write that up. You want to do that. So yes, you are having a spiritual clarity. You are learning this. This is a big spiritual breakthrough for you. So that is what you got for the next one. And that one's being clarified with the Lovers. So I'm seeing this in one of two ways. This could be what some of you might have a desire for having that united partner in the lover situation that is looking positive and successful for you. For those of you who are there, some of you might need a good partner in a business and that's looking successful there. But the big one here is a unification of your ego and your higher self working together, where your ego is transcending its survival fears, its fears of societal conditioning, its fears of not being supported by those negative Nancy's. It's transcending those and it is learning to trust the angels. It is learning 444. It is learning to trust its higher self. It is learning to trust its spiritual guidance and help and assistance and trust its spiritual gifts. And that is what's bringing you to breakthrough. So that I'm seeing that for some of you. Catching horoscopes. I catch them when I catch them. Sometimes I forget. I don't know if I thought this was Capricorn. I think I did. And this was Virgo. I think I thought those. Libra. And this one is Gemini. Just catch them when I catch them. I'm sometimes really bad about that. I apologize. Get all into it, you know? Okay. And then you're being called to go within and meditate. Connect with those angels. Connect with your higher self. Connect with your guides. Going back to that. That's your spiritual clarity. Definitely want to do that. Got the Five of Wands. Yeah. Especially for those people that you're really fighting with and having competition. Justice is coming. And it looks good for you, it's upright. So even if it gets into some type of legal issue, if any of you are in that situation, it's looking good for you. Definitely looking good for you there. So yeah, it's going back to that. So you want to listen to your intuition and go in within. Do not listen to those people. They're competing with you. It's going back to some of those negative Nancy's too that are pawing against you. Don't let them detriment you. You can go for your dreams, go for your passions. Okay, so now we've got some more clarifications here. We've got the Ace of Swords. All right, the Ace of is the same thing as this one that I had right here, upright, spiritual clarity, a breakthrough. Some of you are going through a little bit of confusion because we are dealing with the ego. and that ego's thoughts and the way it's been raised and that societal conditioning, it's a mindset. It's a type, sadly, of brainwashing, sadly. So some of you might be struggling with that. So you want to tune in to your guides. You want to tune in. You definitely want to meditate and definitely go within and connect to flip that up, to get some clarities. So there's some of you that is just going to get this. This is going to come easy for you. Some of you are going to have a little bit of struggle with this. Definitely need to tune in, get that guardian help here. Get your higher self to assist you. Ask those angels. 444. Every time you see this 444s, give the angels thanks. Thank you for being here. Thank you for assisting me. Thank you for guiding me. Is there something I'm not seeing? Guide me more, please. Make more things clear. Show me. And they definitely will. Okay. 2 things. Some card is here. It means everything is working out in your highest good and alignment. Some of you know it. Some of you don't. And that's why it's in reverse. Even being in reverse still means everything is working out in your highest good and alignment, which makes this reading perfect. Yes, love it. Just means you just don't know it, some of you. Followed by, you're going to be successful with all of your passions. And I told you, Ace of Fire begins the journey and ends with the King of Fire. And the King of Fire is about success. Didn't I tell you? Here it is. You got it. I knew it. Follow your heart's desires. It's all about the fire. It's all about ember. Yes. And just guarding against the things that have been holding you back. You got this. Okay, guys, let's wrap you up now with an angels and ancestors oracle. Woo, talk about jumping. They jumped. Okay, we got 3. Okay, Knight, be brave and honest. Yes, so for some of you, especially with that family support, any negative Nancy's, could be friends, comrades, or what have you, be brave and honest. Be honest with yourself, have an integrity with yourself. That can feel really difficult, like you're going to rock their boats, but you've got to be brave and be true to you. Because you see, by doing so, what awaits you? Success and you living your joy. And that's what you came here to do. That's what you came here to do. You did not come here to have other people impede you and please them. You came here because Source put desires through you, and Source wants to experience those particular desires it put through you. That's what you came here to do. Source is way bigger than those individual aspects of Source. So let's first one. And we got the Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. You know this deep down. You know this. And you really do need to heed that inner knowing. And you need to yield into it. You know this. And go into it. I told you some of you are gifted and you need to heed that intuition. And you're definitely being called to go in and meditate. You know this stuff. You know your desires that you have inside you that fire you up and that you want to do this. You know right now when you're not doing that, you're feeling trapped to the point you're feeling very angry as we are manifesting the things we don't like. But you are a manifester, you are a creator, and you can create your things, and that it can lead you to victory and success, and everything with the sun shining, being absolutely right, and full success with the King of Wands. You've got that, King of Fire. That's really good, so you want to honor that. And then we have Arrow here. Surround yourself with protective energy. So see, that's coming back. As you pursue your desires with Ember here, following your passion, we've got the Guardian card here with that strange name, Lavandrio. Yes, definitely got to guard against those negative Nancy's, those negative energies, your own negative thought patterns, your own negative societal conditioning, negative people that want to thwart you with competition, hold you down. Watch, for some of you, it's coming back up that reverse Knight. For some of you, watch a particular offer that they might watch that. So do surround yourself in protective energy. So you definitely want to tune into your angels and could definitely ask them for guidance. And for protective energy, I highly, highly, highly recommend working closely with your guardian angel, your personal guardian angel, as well as Archangel Michael. But guys, you got this. I totally believe in you. This is a good reading. You got a little bit of work to do, but the universe has got you, supporting you. You got this. I'm excited for you. I know where you're headed. Alrighty. Thank you. Until next time, much love and much light. Okay, welcome. If you chose the third card for this week's Pick a Card reading, representing the numbers 777 and 888. And you did get 2 theme cards, as did the rest. So I think it's covering all the numbers so that clears that. And keep in mind, this is a general reading, so I have this tuned to many of you in your unique relative realities. So tune in what is in alignment with you and fits your particular relative story of what's going on in your life at this time. And this is timeless, so whenever you land upon it, it will be fitting for you. And I also do offer personal readings if you do want one, and you can find the links to those in the description box below. Okay, so your first card is Generosity. And this one is Meet Sapphire, the gorgeous spirit in us all. When it is dark outside, he will always come through for us with his dancing rainbow lights and gentle eyes, allowing generosity to flow in all directions. Offer your hand, your ear, your understanding, and your heart to a person in need. Graciously receive the help from another when you are challenged, stuck, or down your luck. Be generous with yourself. Give yourself time, love, and sweet nurturing care. We take turns being the helper and the one in need of help. Generosity connects us to something larger than ourselves. Okay, and your second card is Gratitude. Meet Grace. She receives the gifts of the universe with open paws. When she shifts her mind to see what wonders are flowing in, the world glimmers with beauty. It is easy to focus on all those unmet desires, gone astray plans, and everything beyond the horizon of now. Let Grace remind you to notice all the blessings we are receiving. What feels good, let it in. What is making your heart sing even a quiet momentary song? Who do you love that is with you now in spirit or right by your side? Let each thank you open your heart a little bit more. So these are very fitting for your numbers. So our numbers are 777 and 888. And so with the basic, I'm not going to go into depth here. You can look those up for yourself. The basic overall meaning, 777, that is when you're in your spiritual alignment. You're like usually a very spiritual gifted person. You've got it all going. So generosity would make sense. A very spiritual person would be very giving and very generous. And then 888 is all about abundance. Receiving abundance, especially financial abundance, but abundance in general. I mean, financial, if money didn't exist, it would just be abundance. You have what you need when you need, whatever you need when you need it. So that's abundance. So being grateful is a wonderful, beautiful way to bring in more abundance. So for some of you, when you're seeing the 888s, and if you are struggling with abundance in resources or love, whatever it is you're looking for, or finances or whatever, that 888 may be a reminder to you, be grateful and you'll bring in more of it. And so the 777, also be generous. That can also play back into that one with the 888, because I love it, as Neil John Walsh says, give what you want. And I don't know if any of you have done this. I know I've done it. Hurting financially, you give to another to see them prosper financially, it always comes back double-fold. Always. So that generosity leads to bringing in more abundance. And when it does, be grateful. So they kind of interplay there. They definitely do. Okay, so I am going to pull up a few tarot for your theme cards, and we'll expand a little bit more. Whoop, no one. Sneaky one. There we go. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. So yeah, some of us are not feeling abundant with connection with others. We might be feeling very abandoned and very alone. And I apologize if you're going through that. And that abandonment like that, I've been there, can definitely lead to feeling apathy. So I definitely get that. So I think the generosity card is going to really play a role here for you on that one. And for you, those of you doing that, the universe is not supporting your mindset on this. Because going into apathy is not caring. And what you're doing by going into the apathy is cutting off your feelings and numbing yourself so you don't feel the pain of this. And the reason why the universe doesn't support that is because by dealing with emotions, that's what heals this. and get you out of that situation. But by cutting them off, it doesn't. It just buys you a little bit of relief for a little bit of time, but it's going to be there and it's going to stay there until you do something about it. And so this really calling for you to have a lot of strength, and this is reversed, so we definitely need to pay attention to this. It's going to have to pull on some strength. This also represents a Leo if that is relative to any of you, or maybe a situation that you're going through. Now, some of you, this is definitely going back to the generosity card. Definitely the 777 and the 88 for this. There's some symbiotic sharing here. So somebody's giving something and somebody's receiving, and the giver is happy to give to the receiver, and the receiver is happy to be receiving from the giver. This is going along beautifully. This will definitely go around with both cards. And whomever you are, you're doing well with both of those. So good. Kudos to that one. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is pull you an entire row of tarot, and then I will start reading you the cards. And get more details here. And then after that, I will clarify the cards. Okay. They're ready to go. Yes. Now this is looking like a good reading, guys. I'm liking this. This is pretty. Okay. So, yes, some of you are manifesting what you're manifesting your desires. You got it straight. Those of you who are seeing the 777, and definitely 777, even the 888, some of you might have all your finances getting in order, or whatever your resources or whatever it is you're desiring, that you're getting it in. You're getting it. 777 and 888. Yeah, this is affirmation for you. So when you're seeing these numbers, this is an affirmation. This reading is totally fitting with these cards. So some of you are feeling definitely supported by family. This is awesome. This is going back again to generosity and gratitude. And so that could definitely be fitting back to the symbiotic. So you're feeling support from your family, and you're happy to receive that support from your family, and venturing and doing whatever it is you're doing. So that's really well. So you're blessed with that. So maintain your gratitude with that. Some of you may be the family supporting others and be offering the generosity. And the universe is just going to definitely supply you with support and keep you replenished. And so everything's great there. This is awesome. I'm enjoying this reading. I love it. Okay, so some of you, now this one is looking at the abundance. And when it's reversed, we're definitely focused on the lack thereof. But some of us, we got to watch it when it is upright, that we will have abundance, but we'll fail to see it. We're not being grateful. So that's going to go back to the grateful card. And this is going to be the 888 reminder. Look at your blessings at what you do have, and count the blessings that you do have. Because you can start losing that what you have if you keep staying focused on the lack. So you want to be careful of that. And definitely be grateful for what you're getting. I highly recommend Secret the Magic by Rhonda Byrne. She's really good at helping you be grateful for your current blessings, which continues to perpetuate the blessings. And when you get into that gratefulness like that, it's easier for you to stay in generosity and just keep that flow going. Especially when it comes to money. Money is an energy that's made to flow. You give, it goes out and it comes back. It goes out and comes back. A lot of people make the mistake, especially with this card, hoarding it. And when we hoard it, it doesn't flow and it doesn't do anything good. It's really, really difficult for some of our egos to get. It's through the sharing of it, going back to the generosity card, that gets it to flow back to us. And then we need to be grateful. That's how it works. These cards are really working symbiotically perfect together. I love these cards. Okay, anyway, going along. So some of us are embarking in a new journey, and one of the heart in it is looking successful. Keep at it, guys. Keep at it. I bet you were the one seeing the 777. You got everything going on with you. And then somebody has offered you a true offer of love. So things might be going well in the romance department, or they might be making you some type of offer of some situation. You could go back to the generosity. And if somebody has made you an offer, it is one you can trust because it is genuine and from the heart. So that is looking good. Be grateful. Maybe you are the one making the offer to some other and sharing your generosity. And I assure you, reciprocation of some type will come back, because this is symbiosis sharing. So this is beautiful. I'm loving this reading, guys. Oh my God, you see the 777 888 numbers are great. And that reading is, I'm loving this. It's such beautiful energy. I'm just bathing in beautiful energy. I'm loving this. Y'all are going to see the Seqkat going crazy here. Okay, and so now we've got the High Priestess. Some of you are gifted, 777. and you're on your path and you're doing your thing and it's working out great and you're sharing your gifts. Yes, that's another place where you're sharing and you're being generous. Oh my gosh. And people are grateful for you. You're a pure blessing and a gift to this world. Thank you. I love you. Thank you for being a gift. Thank you for sharing your gifts. Thank you. Oh, just thank you. I'm loving this reason. And following that, you're getting your wishes come true. Oh, yes, of course you are, because you got it all together. You're being generous, you're sharing, you're being grateful, you're sharing. You 777 I love this reading. I love this reading. Now, there might be a few of you that might feel a little bit stuck on something, and you might feel like you're in a stalemate with someone. Find what you can be grateful about them, and find where you can be generous and give what you want. And it will come back to you. Give what you want. And that's the one where it's going to call on a little bit of strength, especially those of you that might be dealing with some abandonment issues and getting into apathy. Now, the good news for those of you that are in this type of struggle, you are a match of vibration to all of this other. Having your resources, manifesting all of your desires, getting all your dreams come true, enjoying the fruits of your labor, which I haven't even covered yet. You are a matching vibration to having that all, and if you are suffering in these areas at the moment, these are the directions you're heading. How do I know? You're at this reading. That's how I know. So yeah, that's really good. So don't let this stalemate hold you back. Just choose what you want. Be gracious. Find everything you can be grateful for. Secret, the magic, run the burn. Do it. It'll really, really, really help you do it. That if you're getting stuck with that, because the being grateful opens up crazy doors. Crazy doors. It brings in the 888. It really does. Really, really, really does. And so y'all are prepared. Some of you are going on a new journey. You're absolutely prepared because you're doing your thing and you're doing it right. You're being grateful. You're being generous. And you're looking at the 777 and the 888. Yes. And again, you're enjoying all the fruits of your labor. Oh my God, I love this reading. It's awesome. It is absolutely awesome. This is wonderful. Oh, yes. Loving it. Eating it up. Okay, so let's clarify for you now. These are great numbers. When you see these numbers, they're always great. These are the fun numbers. Okay, I'm not at all surprised with this reading. Not with these numbers. Oh, so not surprised at all. All right, so I'm going to, again, pull up all your row and then start writing for you. And as I shuffle, I want to give a shout out to my subscribers and my new subscribers. Thank you. I love you so much. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad to have you here with me. And I'd like to give you thanks to each of you that are taking the time and hitting the like button and sharing your comments. I love to see how the readings relate to you, because I'm over here reading in the dark, so I love to see how they are fitting you. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. And bell notifications, because all of which helps me with the YouTube algorithm to help me continue to grow and expand my channel to help others. So thank you so much for helping me help others. Thank you. I really, really do appreciate that. And we got a few more cards here to go, and then I'll start reading for you. Okay, there we go. There's the rest of our cards. Perfect. Perfect amount. Okay. So yes, those of us manifesting our desires is because we're being who we are and we're listening to our heart's desires and we're moving in that direction. Oh, this is victory. This is everything that a coach, do this, be who you are, and you get this. You're doing it already. This is awesome. Loving it. Loving it. And any of you that are stuck in the little negative situations that aren't quite there yet, you're matching vibration. This is where you're headed. This is where you're going. And this is your message. Be who you are and you manifest your desires. Okay. And those of you who have family support, everything's going well. We have the Sun card here. So some of you that are dealing with abandonment issues, that's going to really pertain to you. If you have family support, you may not believe it. You might be feeling aloof and you might be pulling away from them. But you have family support and everything's leading to your highest good and alignment. But you may not believe it, because I know when you're dealing with abandonment issues, it makes you very afraid of people, because you're really scared people are going to hurt you and abandon you. So I understand that. And that is when you are focusing on the lack. And we really do need to start being grateful for every which way that you have seen that they are there for you. You need to start changing that focus, and that will really help you and assist you on that. So following that too, was the card where you can start looking at lack when you really do have the success and you really do have your resources. So that was really definitely following it. And that is what you guys are coming in with the Tower card and going to help you knock out, is this looking at the lack. And you can knock it out by being grateful, using that gratitude right there. And then that will start getting things flowing for you. So those of you that are struggling with that, everything's working on your highest alignment good. Being reversed still means that. It just means where you are at the moment, it's hard for you to see. Now, others of you are aware that you are on it. You're seeing the 777s. You got it all together. You're doing really well, and you're seeing it. So this one's reversed for just those of you, some of you that struggle, because it still means the same thing. Everything is working out in your highest good alignment. Okay, so starting that new journey and one of the heart. All right, so what we got clarifying this one is the Six of Wands. So yeah, some of you are looking at some failures that you've had in your life, and that's what you're focused on, which is following that lack again. And so that's you're staying focused on the lack, and you're not being grateful for the victories you have had. You're not being grateful for some of the lessons and the things that you learned, some contrasts that will teach you some preferences that you want. You've got to find what you're grateful to move forward with, moving in desires of your heart. So you're looking at those past failures, and for some of you, you're letting that impede you. So for those of you suffering with that, yours is really going to be focused on, especially with this abandonment, because that's the only issue I'm really seeing show up here, and some stalemates and some issues with this abandonment. So that's, you're working with people. That's what your issue is. You're working with relationships. So just change it around. Let's find where we can be grateful. Secret Magic, again, will really help you, because she really helps you work with your finances, but she also really helps you work with your relationships too, and using gratitude as a ways to do it. Very, very helpful with that book. Secret Magic, Rhonda Byrne. This book is not just a book you just sit down and read. I have a lot of people, and I tell them this thing is a book that's to read. It is more than a book that it reads. It is a book that gives you 28 days of personal exercises you do, and I highly recommend going through it at least 3 times. You'll be amazed at how you change. It'll really change it. You'll see that great improve the first time, but by the 3rd time, heck, I did it 4 times. It was great. You will really see a drastic change, and it's more lasting that way too. Okay, so some of us, we're having a true offer from the heart coming towards us. Might be love, might be something they're offering us. But we've got the 5 of Cups reversed here. So yes, so this is especially those dealing with abandonment issues, because we don't trust people. We're really scared of people when we're in this particular spot and scenario. So looking at those failures and staying focused on failures in the past. Somebody made an offer in the past, it didn't work out. They were like this, they weren't of the heart. They played us, we're scared to death, they're playing us again. They're not playing you. They're not playing you. You're looking at past failures, and you're letting that focus trick you. This is what's true. But some of you are letting this trick. Others of you know you're experiencing this, and you know you're doing well. You're all a matching vibration of this. So some of you are already on your path and doing well, and you're really, really seeing the 777s. Some of you got a little bit of work to do, and you're seeing the 888s, which I encourage you, look at this. You are abundant. This is what we do to get into that abundance. Okay, so some of us are gifted. We're coming in and sharing our gifts, and that's awesome. And we're listening to our intuition. And you're seeing the 777s, and you got the Queen of Pentacles, and she is sitting on her throne, and she has got her stuff together. She's got her spiritual life together. She has got her business together. She has got her children together. You are the 777. Enjoy it. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. And of course, by following that, was you're getting all your wishes come true. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But some of you have to let go of something to get your wishes come true. And that's those of you looking at these failures. You've got to let go of looking at these failures. And this is dealing with some grief. So that's going back to those abandonment issues. Abandonment issues are big, big grief. Get some coaching, guys. Those abandonment issues are tough. They're the toughest ones of them all. I had to get coaching. I highly, highly recommend coaching to help you and assist you with those abandonment issues so you can get back into thriving and feeling that abundance and connection with people. We are social creatures. We thrive with society. We thrive with socialness. And that is where we best heal, is with others. And it's scary at first when you go to get the coaching. You're like, oh my God, I gotta work with the person. That's why it took me a while to go get the coaching, because I was scared of the people. And I knew it. But this is what's really beneficial, and this is what will really help you. And it helped me. It changed my life. It got me back on my feet. I mean, I fell hard. My house was a mess. I couldn't feed animals. My children were older, thankfully, so they could take care of themselves, but I abandoned them emotionally because I fell. I didn't do nothing but just to weep and be depressed, and sadly, mentally suicidal. I was just entertaining it daily for over a year. So it's a bad, hard place to be, but you can pull it out. I hit rock bottom with apathy Yeah, I've hit that rock bottom. I know what it is. I know it's tough. I know it's hard. But I am sitting here as evidence to you. You can get it back together. You really can. And you can enjoy your success. And you can enjoy your abundance. And you can enjoy your dreams come true. You can do that. Get some help. Get some coaching. So for some of you who are in that stalemate, you might feel like you're stalemate with others. You might be having that situation with people and you're needing that strength. So what you've got going here is, yeah, you're feeling confused and you're not looking at your dreams because you feel like you've got your failures that you're looking at. You're focused in the past. And they're really telling you need to flip this up and look at your dreams because you really can have your dreams. That's what this one's all about. 888 coming into your abundance. So it's really calling for you. So for those of you in this position, you might be seeing the 888 because it's a calling. It's an invitation. You can have your abundance and the angels are here to help you, assist you to attaining your abundance. They're definitely doing that. Okay, so for clarifying, this one you're prepared and you're ready for that abundance. And some of you in the 777s, you know this, you're doing really well. Some of you that are doing that work, this is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse because you're not being who you are. When the Queen is in reverse, she's out of sorts, she's not herself. And those of you are the ones that are dealing with these issues with abandonment and apathy and focused on failures and not seeing your abundance. That's who we're talking about here. We need to flip this around and see it. And going back to being grateful is what's going to help us see it. So again, those are the users seeing the 888. And then there's some of us enjoying the fruits of their labor, and that is awesome. And we're definitely seeing the 777s and the 888s. But again, some of us, we have hit some defeat. And we are not enjoying the fruits of our labor because we are focused on our lacks. And we are stuck and we're doing a little bit of growth here. And so that tower is coming in to knock it out where you will see that abundance. And we do need to switch this and we need to heal this. We need to heal that apathy and get that healed and rely on that strength. Get back into gratitude. So you're the ones to be seeing the 888 to get back into the gratitude. So keep in mind, even those of you that have the work to do and the healing to do, you are a matching vibration to abundance. You're a matching vibration to having it all line up for you. You're a matching vibration for the positivity that comes in. 777 is just purely positive. You got it all together. It's all flowing. It's all going well. So for those of you on that, enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. For those of you that are not on that, you can have that. It's a matching vibration. You are here. You're going to be seeing the 888s calling you. And some of you are seeing the 888s affirming. If you might be right there at the threshold of really getting abundance, you might not be right there at it, but you're doing well and it's coming. That door is getting to burst open, or you are already there and it's an affirmation of it. Just keep doing what you're doing and you're going to do well. But those of you that have got a little bit of struggle and got a little bit of work, you're matching vibration and you are going to be attaining it. So don't let that bring you down because you wouldn't be here at this reading. And look at that, the Sun card. I don't usually read the bottom of the decks when I go to shuffle, but Sun card, everything's working out. Your high's good. Love it. It's perfect. So you're a match to that. That is definitely what you're a match to. Okay, so I'm going to wrap you up now with the Angels and Ancestor Oracle. Okay, let's see what we got. All right. We got see or see beyond the current situation. Yes, that's going to be for those getting the 888 says calling. Those are the ones that are focused on some type of lack and you want to go back into gratefulness, seeing beyond your current situation, seeing your blessings as you have them. Those of you that are struggling with apathy and struggling with the abandonment issues or feeling like you're stalemate, stuck with someone, stuck in a situation and something that you're not agreeing on. That's what you need to do. You need to see beyond those current situation. And the seer, they're like, people look at the seer like the tarot reading and it's predicting a future. You are a creator and a manifester of your future. So what I'm doing is I'm reading the energies as they are right now. And you can see some are on the path right now. But this is showing you, for those of you that aren't on the path, you can definitely get there and you can definitely attain it. And I'm showing you the steps that it takes. Generosity, sharing, giving what you want, and being grateful for that which you already have and are already receiving. That will play a big role for you in manifesting your desires and coming into your full abundance. Okay, so then we also have the traders exchange energy to create abundance. He's in reverse. Special attention to that. Just what I said. You have to be generous and give. You got to give what you want. It's all about flow. So it's like even if you only have $5 in your wallet and you see a homeless person, give them $2. You will be amazed. It'll come back double fold for you. It's amazing. You got to give what you want. Energy is an exchange. It's a flow. It's not a tick for tack. It's because we're all one. And what you give to another comes back to you because you're one. So it's like we don't, really, I've said this many, many times, we don't do anything to anybody else ever, good or bad. We're doing it to ourselves because we're all one. It's just that we forget that we're one. You know, it's the old example that Jesus used with the body. You know, the hands can't say I don't need the feet. The feet can't say I don't need the hands. The feet walk us where we need to go. The hands do all kinds of things. Fingers are helpful too. So the fingers are like, I don't need the rest of the body. Yes, you do. We're all one. So if this finger is going to be nasty to this finger, it's hurting the body. We're one. So keep that in mind. Definitely keep that in mind. So yes, give what you want. Give out your gratefulness. And you will have things come back to you to be grateful for. And then anything that you're struggling, be generous with it. Even if it's abandonment issues, just reaching out and connecting with people, and just definitely get coaching, and that will help you. It will come back to you. Okay, and then the high priest, intend and create. You can create what you want. You are a manifester and you can definitely create it. So make those intentions. So use the law of attraction, put it into action. Write down, especially those you're struggling, that you're not enjoying what you have. Get your focus off of what you don't have. Write down everything you do have and write down how grateful you are. Really go back to that book, Secret Divination, Ron Byrne. That's very helpful. And you can also write down that you have everything that you want the way it is, like as if you have it now. And keep rereading it and get into that vibration that you have it now, and go into visualizations and seeing it and putting yourself into that creative mode of creating your desires and benefit from it. It's very, very, very powerful. And some of you are high priests, high priestess. You are powerful. You are very spiritual. You have gifts. You can really do this. And going back to that as well, the great teacher. Learn from your spiritual experiences. Some of you that are going through these hard times are gifted. You are spiritually gifted, and you are going through these hard times with the lack, with the abandonment issues, with the stalemate, whatever your situation is, to learn how to teach other people that are in that situation to help them pull out of it. I'm here after getting coaches, being coached and helped with abandonment issues. That's what motivated me to become a coach. And then going into becoming a coach, that's when I discovered, hey, I can energy heal. Hey, I literally can help people emotionally heal. Hey, I can read cards. Hey, I can help people and connect them with angels. I'm working with angels. What the heck's going on? That's the path that led me. And it started here with the abandonment issues and the apathy. And it looked horrendous at the time, but it really led me to a great place. So that is where some of you are. And some of you are already on your path. You're seeing the 777. You know this. You know you're gifted. You're doing it. You're in alignment. You're already doing it. So some of you are already enjoying it. That's why you're seeing the 777. So and the rest of you, if you're not there already, you're headed there. How do I know? Again, matching vibration to the street. So some of you got things tough, but you're heading in a great place, and some of you are already there. So overall, this is absolutely a great reading. I really enjoy reading for you on this one. Thank you guys. And until next time, much love and much light.